Good morning, my dear students. I'm Miss Tania Poveda, and this is Entrepreneurship 2. Remember to download this information or save this video so you can watch it whenever you need. Okay, do you remember what we were talking about the last class? All right, we were talking about brand positioning strategy. Just in case, let's read one more time what that is. So brand positioning strategy is how you are going to put a product or a brand or a name in the head of the people. In that way, people will want to buy the product. So the important word here is how. The strategies you are going to use to put an idea, to put a desire on someone else's head. In this case, we're talking about products or we're talking about a brand or a name, all right? Remember that when we talk about market, we talk about people. We talk about a group of people, specific group of people. It can be divided into men and women, teenagers, adults, Ecuadorians, Americans. They can be divided in different types. We call them targets. So depending on the target, depending on the market, we are going to use different strategies. What for? To increase sales. All right, so remember that we're talking about the different strategies to put these ideas on people's head so you sell more of your products. So people can remember the brand or the name of a product. All right, it's very important to remember this word, the perception. So perception is the way people identify something. The same image, the same message, the same commercial in this case, or even the same product can be perceived in a different way depending on each person. Here, I can remember something. Once I was talking to a child, right? And this little kid was probably 4 or 5 years old. So he was drawing a tree. And I was talking to him. He was from Canada. And when he started painting the tree, I was expecting the boy to paint the tree. Which color? What color do you usually expect people to paint a tree? Usually, at least here in Ecuador, we expect people or children to paint a tree colored green, right? Well, that's what I was expecting. I didn't even think about any other color. But this kid did it orange and red. And that absolutely surprised me because I was like, no, trees are green. So I asked this little boy, like, wow, that's beautiful. How come did you choose red? And the kid said, because trees are red. And he was convinced that trees were red. And I was convinced that trees were green. The point is, it was the perception. Why is that? For that little kid, his closest experience with trees, when he went out, the opportunities that he had in the woods was during fall or autumn. In Canada, if you remember the flag, it's represented with a maple leaf, right? So it's very common that during the fall season, the trees change the color and they turn from green to red, yellow, orange. So what the kid remembered the most, or probably what he liked the most, was this color. That's perception. Both of us were talking about a tree. In my case, the right color was green. In his case, from his point of view, the right color was red. So who was right? Both of us. So that's very important when talking about perception. And this word is extremely important when talking about marketing or when we want to refer to the characteristics or strategies when we want to increase sales. All right, so that was only an experience I wanted to share with you. So let's remember the 7 strategies that we are going to study this year. Remember that these strategies are the ways that you are going to present a product, a name, or a brand so people will want to buy the product in order for you to increase sales. All right, so we have different strategies. There are more strategies than these, but these are the most common ones. You can try to sell a product promoting their benefits. You can play a little bit with the price. You can explain or change the user application. You can explain the process. You can talk about the class, symbols, and competitors. Different strategies. All right, so the past classes, do you remember what strategies we talked about? It's pretty obvious because we're doing this in order. So yes, you remember this. We were talking about some characteristics like durability, economy, or reliability when talking about imported products. Usually here in Ecuador, when we hear that a product comes from other country, it's a good product. Usually when you go and buy something and they say, oh, it's American, it's like a guarantee. It's like, oh, it's good, it's going to last forever. Or it's good quality, something like that, right? Or when you hear this brand Harley Davidson, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that motorcycle or that brand in movies. They travel around countries and big guys riding these motorcycles for a long time, right? Okay, so that's the idea that they want to put in your head, which is okay because that's the strategy. The same with more common products, like in this case, a toothpaste. The brand in this case is Crest. Probably it's the first time some of you hear it, probably not, I don't know. So the characteristic they promote about this brand is the cavity fighter. So if you have a cavity in your teeth, you can use this one and you're going to fight it and get better pretty soon or avoid it. All right, so we're talking in this case about what? What strategy? Let's read one more time. Yes, we're talking about benefits. Benefits of the products. So you present all the good things or you focus on 1 or 2 good things of products so people will desire to buy that product. This strategy basically focuses upon the characteristics of the product or customer benefits. All right, this is only a review. We remember that very well. The second strategy that we studied was the price strategy. And this is something I like very much. It's always in my head every time I go to a supermarket. It's like I'm paying attention to the price and the way they write it, because I think like there is something behind that. It's either the size of the price or even it's maybe the comma or a dot or even the color. Sometimes when you see like red numbers, it's like, okay, it's cheaper. It's what the message it's sending, right? If it's like a small numbers and black, it's like, oh, probably it's expensive. or very little letters, there is like something is wrong there, right? Does it happen to you that when you see like a big label on a product and it says like something very expensive? Let's talk about let's say like an air conditioner, right? So you see it and it's like $22, like very big numbers, $22, and you're like, what? An air conditioning, like $22? And it's like, no, that's not possible. Of course it's not. But once you approach to the label and it says like 36 quotas, they say it in Spanish, 36 quotas of $22. And then you are like, oh, that's the trick. So the big number is to attract your attention, to catch you. All right, so I'm not going to stop there because we already talked about that. What it is important, and this is my advice for you one more time, is that you find a balance between a price and the value of the product. Okay, so don't spend too much money on something that is not worthy. Or the opposite, if you want something really good, something that is worthy, well, pay the price. I also show you this, like combination. I call this in Spanish, or something that we use a lot in Spanish, the 3B. All right, so try to find like a good balance between these three things. What is important for you, that it's good, fast, or cheap? The three things together is not possible. If it is, it's going to be very rare, very, very rare. Anyway, if it's good and fast, usually it's expensive, usually. If it is fast and cheap, quality is not good. And if it's cheap and good, well, it's slow because you're not paying too much for it. All right, so hopefully you are going to find a good balance according to your needs, but usually we will have to pay for the price. All right, we also watched this video. I recommend you to watch it one more time. You did a homework about it. Congratulations about that, by the way. I like them all. Really good choices. The psychology of prices. So we watched this video. This guy was talking about 5 different strategies that they use to catch your attention. He talked about the ego. When they use your birthday, for example, it's like, oh, they use my birthday, and you feel attached to that. The comma strategy, the relative size, the consolidated surcharges, descending order effect, which is actually my favorite one. Now, after I watch this video, every time I go to a restaurant, which is not that often anymore for obvious reasons, I pay attention on the menu and in the order of the prices. And if you go to the drinks, for example, or if you ask your parents to go to the drinks, you're going to see like they put first like imported drinks and then national drinks because of the price. So you want to feel like special, so you order the imported one, which is more expensive. And in those cases, usually people don't pay too much attention on the quality. I do, but that's only when talking about psychology of prices. Okay, this was just a short review about the 2 first strategies. Okay, so benefits and prices. Today, we're going to study strategies number 3 and number 4. If you don't remember, they are the use or application of a product and the process of a product. Yes, these 2 strategies, because they are not too long. So use or application and process. And let's read a little bit about Nescafe. Do you know this brand? this coffee brand? Probably you do. It's very common here in Ecuador, and if you remember, in my office, I always have it. So if you pay attention a little bit, that's the brand that I always had there. Anyway, so this is a big brand all around the world, not only in Ecuador. When talking about positioning strategy based on use or application, Nescafe was very smart because usually, or most of the time, people drink hot coffee or hot tea or hot chocolate when it's cold. So if you go to the highlands, maybe here in Ecuador, people offer like a coffee or a tea, or now here in the coast, especially people from Manabi, they have this beautiful custom that they invite you to have a coffee in the morning or maybe in the maybe at 5 or 6 in the afternoon, right? So that's the thing. Well, I'm not saying that it was only Nescafe's idea. What I'm saying is that Nescafe had the great idea that to focus the commercials not only for cold weather, but also for hot weather, for different situations. So they put the idea on people's head that coffee is not only for cold weather, coffee is good at any time. So you can have coffee in the morning, coffee in the afternoon, coffee by the beach, coffee with a friend. Sometimes you can have a different type of coffee too. So in the last paragraph here, in the second paragraph, I only have 2 paragraphs. This type of positioning represents a second or third position for the brand. Such type of positioning is done deliberately to expand the brand's market. In other words, they do these kind of things to sell more, right? So, okay, you are cold, drink coffee. You are with a friend, drink coffee. You don't want coffee like too strong, you can have decaf, not too strong. So, what I like about this kind of things is that I found this video. This is a commercial from the 80s. I don't know why I find these videos so interesting, but especially because probably you don't know them since they are really old. So in this commercial, you can see how they are showing a different way to drink coffee. Well, not way, but different opportunities to drink coffee. Not only in the morning, not only when it's cold, but anytime. Okay, so I'm going to watch you this commercial, enjoy it, and then you will see how they're putting this idea on people's head. That's what I want to show you when I show you this kind of videos. Okay, let's see. Oopsie. Okay, here it is.
All over the world, the word for great coffee flavor is Nescafe.
We're the world's favorite brand of instant coffees.
In America, Nescafe's great flavor comes 2 ways.
We're the world's best-selling too.
Nescafe Regular in the red label.
If Nescafe can please the whole wide world.
And now Nescafe Decaffeinated in the green label.
We can sure please you.
Same kind of flavor. Nescafe Regular, Nescafe Decaffeinated. What's your pleasure?
Okay, I would like to go back to the slogan right here. Oops.
What's your pleasure?
Okay, we can sure please you, right? In other words, they are telling us that they can give us whatever we want, only with coffee. We can have good times, we can have memories, we can have it at any time. Okay, so that's when we're talking about use or application of a product. I had other example here, and this is my favorite one, and probably you are going to understand it a lot better since you are more connected into these kind of devices. So as you can see here in the picture, obviously the one on the left, it's kind of old. I'm going to use this laser pointer. Okay. So here on the left, we have this one kind of old fashioned. I don't know if you had the opportunity to have one of those in your hands. If you have, okay, you are lucky because I haven't seen them anymore. I don't even remember I seen them. And on the right, well, we have something more modern. It's a phone, it's a tablet. Let's see what this is. Okay, so we're going to watch 2 more videos. Yes, you're probably saying, wow, a lot of videos. But about these 2 videos, remember that we're studying strategy number 3, which is use or application. So how do you use your cell phone? No, that's not the question. What do you use your cell phone for? To take pictures, to open your email, to do your homework, to do and receive calls, to draw, to take notes, etc., right? So probably you have something like this on the right. Well, the main objective of a cell phone in the beginning was to make calls. The only thing you can do with this kind of phone, if you have it, is to call. That's it. So like 20 or 30 years ago, the main objective of a cell phone was use it to make calls. That's it. So that's why I chose these 2 commercials to see the difference. How these products, in this case, cell phones, we're not talking about brands because you can see there are different brands. We're talking about products, we're talking about cell phones. On the other video, we were talking about the brand. Now we're talking about same kind of products, cell phones. So we can see how they use the commercial to show people, wow, how they can call from everywhere, and that's it, only calls. And nowadays, in the 20s, how we can use our cell phone, not only for calls, but for everything. So let's watch these 2 videos and enjoy them, but mostly to see the difference, how they diversify the options of a product. I have a bunch of videos open here. I'm going to close this one because we don't need it. And this is Motorola video. All right.
There's an incredible freedom that comes with using a cellular phone.
I got all my guys working on it right now.
And once you've experienced it, there's no turning back. Now, through this special TV offer, you can receive a Motorola flip phone with Cellular One service for just pennies a day. Now, everyone can enjoy the freedom of a personal cellular phone. You can make a call anywhere or get a call anytime. Stuck in traffic? Call and change that meeting before you're late.
Yeah, Dan, let's change the meeting to 10.
Change of plans?
Call me if you need
No problem with the flip phone. Can't remember those directions? just give a call.
Okay, right on Oak Street.
It's that easy. Got car trouble?
I can't get my car to start. Can you come and help?
Help is just a call away. Order today and take advantage of Cellular One's great service for just pennies a day. We'll even give you free evening calling and free weekend calling for 6 full months. So don't waste a beautiful day waiting for that call. Put it in your pocket or purse and make the most of your time. This offer is so convenient, you won't have to leave the comfort of your own home. Get your Motorola flip phone for the amazing price of just $19.95, delivered direct to your door within a few days, ready to use. You'll also receive the desktop charger and this beautiful leather case, a $25 value, absolutely free. And remember, by ordering today, you get free evening calling and free weekend calling for 6 full months. It's an incredible offer. Now,
Okay, I wanted to stop there. We don't need to watch any more of the video. We had enough. But the word that they say the most was calling. Okay, because that was the only use that cell phones had a long time ago. Calls, that's it. But today, because of different strategies, because they want to sell more cell phones, they create more uses, more applications for our cell phones, and we can use them in different ways. So now let's see more modern TV commercial or online commercial about a cell phone with different uses. Let's see the difference. This is strategy number 3, use or applications.
Phone? Tablet? Feel free, it's Galaxy Note.
That's it. Well, I'm not promoting any brand, but I'm promoting this. Oops, where is it? Here it is. The different ways you can use a cell phone nowadays. If you remember my presentation here in PowerPoint, I was telling you about the different uses of a product, right? In this case, cell phone. The original use was calls, and now we can use it for everything. All right, I'm not going to stop there because we have to continue with the next strategy, which is process. Okay, probably you're thinking like, okay, process is like the steps to do something. Yes, it is. But in this case, producers or sellers use the process in just a little different way. I'm going to use 2 commercials to explain this. Okay, 2 more commercials. Well, the first part is that sometimes producers use the image of someone famous or someone who people loves or likes to make people to want the product. So it's mostly about the model personality or the actor or the person who is promoting the product than the product. I'm not saying that the product is not good. It probably is good, but they use the image, the face, or the voice of someone else to promote the product, right? So it's like a way to certify that the product is good, that is going to make you look good and makes you feel good. And one of the best examples, you probably recognize him. If you don't, we're going to watch a commercial about this guy. Okay, did no more Samsung Galaxy today. Let's close this one. But let's watch this short commercial about process and how during the process of selling or during the process of promoting a product, how they use the image of someone famous to attract people's attention. In this case, it's a perfume for men. So let's see how they can get men's attention. What happened about this brand? How they connect to other men? Let's watch this commercial.
My heart beats in patterns with a broken sound. My heart beats in patterns with a broken sound. You're the
New or spotted. Infinite.
That's it. It was not a big one, but let me go back to this part here. Here. Oops. Okay. To this part here. Why did I choose this part? Well, you recognize this actor probably better than I do. Okay, so the thing is that the message they want to transmit is that if you use this product, you are going to feel more comfortable with yourself. You are going to feel more self-confident. You're going to be connected with nature and all kind of positive messages, which is okay because it tries to be positive and to focus on something good about you as a person. All right. So the thing is that this is for men and how you can be like active man or maybe in the beginning if you pay attention, apparently it's a businessman too. So how can you connect your personal life with your business life or with your working life, right? So that's the thing, how they connect to people. Remember that it depends on how they want to put the idea on people's head to sell more. And finally, to finish this class, let's go back to the presentation. I'm going to show you a commercial. This is in Spanish. I didn't find it in English, but I would love you to show this commercial to your parents because for sure they are going to remember this. And why did I choose that? Because it was really famous long time ago. And basically because they were trying to change the idea of this shampoo. I'm talking about Johnson and Johnson. When you think about Johnson & Johnson, the first thing that comes to your head probably is that baby products. And it's because that's how they started. But they made a big campaign to change that. How? During the process. In the process, they focus on their components. That's why I made this word here in red and bold. On the components. How's that? Because of the components of the shampoo is not only for babies, but also for people who needs to wash their head like very often. So they need like soft products, gentle products with their heads. This is a strategy number 4 about process. Well, sadly, this is in Spanish, but please share it with your parents at a point, or your grandparents, maybe they remember it too. And with this, we finish. So enjoy it. It's pretty short, 35 seconds. And let's watch it. Quality is not too good, but you're going to enjoy it.
El señor Johnson, por favor. Cualquiera de los dos. Quiero que diga en el comercial de nuevo champú Johnson Manzanilla, que es para cabellos claros y que no irrita los ojos. Pero aclare que solo sea para niños.
nuevo champú Johnson's Manzanilla mantiene claros los cabellos claros de toda la familia.
Señor Johnson, los grandes siguen usando mi champú.
All right. Okay, so that was the last presentation, the last commercial. And because I wanted to show you how they use these kind of strategies, in this case, a process, how they did it to change the idea of a product into another one. So it's, in this case, the idea is that the Johnson & Johnson is not only for babies, but also for adults. So this is the video and the link if you want to watch it one more time. And that's it for today. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoy all the videos. You're going to have a very short homework about this. You have the links. You can watch them again anytime you want. Please take care, stay home, wash your hands, be careful, okay? Thank you very much for your attention. Be good. Bye-bye.